This is a story from a bicycle auction held in a foreign country. On that day, many people gathered at the auction, each eager to buy a good bicycle at a reasonable price. At the front of the auction, where the adults, the main customers, were, a young boy sat with a $5 bill in his hand. He seemed anxious, guarding his spot as if he had come early in the morning. Finally, the auction began. The boy, as if knowing he had no chance, eagerly raised his hand first and shouted, "I have 5, however." Someone next to him quickly shouted, "I have 20. The first bicycle was sold to the person who bid $20. The second, third, and fourth bicycles went the same way. $5 was nowhere near enough. Bicycles were being sold for $15, $20, and even more. The disappointed auctioneer spoke sympathetically. "Kid, if you want to buy a bicycle, you should bid around $20 or $30. But sir, this is all the money I have. With that money, you can never buy a bicycle. Go and ask your parents for more." "I can't. My dad lost his job, and my MOM is sick. They can't afford to give me more money. I promised my younger sibling that I would buy a bicycle for them, and this is all I have." The boy lowered his head in disappointment. The auction continued, and the boy couldn't afford to buy a bicycle. But he still raised his hand first every time, bidding $5, and slowly, people around started noticing him. Finally, the last bicycle of the day was up for auction. It was the best one among all the bikes that day, and everyone had been waiting for it eagerly. "All right, this is the final item up for auction. Please state your bids if you want to buy this product." The auction began. The boy sat there with a defeated look on his face, but he still raised his hand and shouted, "I have $5. His voice was weak and feeble. For a moment, the auction hall fell silent. No one else made a bid. 5. Is there no one else? If no one bids within the next 5 seconds, this bicycle will belong to the young gentleman. People clenched their fists, watching the auctioneer and the boy. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Wow. Finally, the auctioneer announced that the bicycle had been sold to the boy. The boy handed the crumpled $5 bill to the auctioneer. At that moment, everyone in the room stood up and applauded the boy. In the future, the younger sibling who received the bicycle understood their brother's heart. Rain or shine, they rode the bicycle every day. This younger sibling grew up to be the cyclist Lance Armstrong, who achieved a historic 7 consecutive wins in the Tour de France race, cycling across the Alps, Pyrenees, and the roads of France.